They're the first choice for cab drivers and rental car companies from Kiama to Karratha and remained the foundation of a feud that's lasted generations.
Charlie, last time we did this test, we logically went for the top-of-the-range sports cars, but it was too close to call. This time, we've gone to the other end of the spectrum.
Mate, it's time to break out the Family 6.
This is the Falcon FG, a $500 million gamble on a facelift aimed squarely at the lion's teeth, and Ford wants to knock them out. Commodore's domination inspired the Blue Oval to dump a small country's entire economy into developing this car, a 195 kilowatt, 4-litre 6.
Now, like the Falcon, the VE Commodore Amiga is the entry-level sedan, but this has a 180 kilowatt, 3.6-litre V6. And like the Ford, it has the regular raft of driver aids like anti-lock and electronic assist brakes, traction and stability control. But unlike the Falcon's 5-speed auto, the Amiga comes standard with only 4 cogs.
Like last time, the concept's dead simple. We've got 2 iconic family cars, 2 race drivers, but this time we're at the Top Gear test track. Now, we've devised a series of exercises that'll test what a family car should be capable of.
He means drive like hooligans. Again.
Charlie and I were going to swap cars throughout the series of tests, but to get this exercise started, we devised a highly scientific, unbiased method to establish the initial car and driver allocations.
Heads, you drive the Holden. Tails, you drive the Ford. You got it?
Fair enough. Tails.
Ah, in the Ford.
I'm feeling lucky already.
Our first test was the drag race.
Righto, Charlie, same as last time, if you remember it.
20 degrees, traction control on.
No sport button, we can't muck around.
Around with that, you've got to put in normal drive.
You suck the fun out of everything.
He'd cheat, he would, he'd use it anyway, I'm sure he would.
Traction control on.
OK, 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, feel the power. Come on, Ford.
Oh, it's getting away, come on!
Completely smoking him. 90, 100.
Yeah, overspeed, I know it's overspeed, great.
Oh, it's a goal! Ford, fabulous on race day.
Smoked, absolutely smoked.
With a bigger and slightly more advanced engine, it was no surprise the Ford dusted the Holden. We swapped cars for the next phase of our test, braking. The idea here was for Charlie and I to line up, accelerate to 100 k's, hold steady, then hit the brakes at exactly the same time.
OK, you ready? And stop.
Oh, that's close.
I'm going to use your logic, Charlie. I'm in front. I'm further forward than you.
It's almost going to go to a photo finish, though. It's tight.
That's one challenge each. Drag race to the Falcon, braking to the Commodore. I jumped back into the Holden, Charlie took the Ford again. It was time to get elegant and theatrical. And for that, we needed some cones.
Let's go. Okay, lift, turn. Oh, the electrics are cutting in a little bit, but not bad. It is holding second gear.
Come on, give me the grunt. Electronics are going nuts here.
Weaving through the slalom course, each car's computer took over, which can be frustrating when you're trying to loosen things up a little.
Oh, it stalls. This does crap handbrake turns. It stalls.
You didn't stall, did you?
Yeah, no, it stalled. I didn't do it. You can't stall an auto. You can't stall an auto.
It was time for the final phase.
Drift time, Charlie.
Now we were getting technical. Why is it that every Top Gear test degenerates into a tyre frying fest? The afternoon fog began to lift and we hightailed it off the runway. Our family sedans had served us well despite the unbridled enthusiasm of our test. But there can only be one winner. It was time to choose.
All right, we're going to pick a car. Let's do it. Which one?
The Ford is more modern. The Ford's a better car. I said it. There you go.
Yeah, I've got to say, I'm with Charlie on this one.
So, guys, round 2 goes to the Falcon.
Affirmative.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Yeah, just.
But now it's time for the definitive judge.
OK, Commodore off the line first. Great acceleration straight off the mark.
Surprisingly, no single spin off the line.
No, he was feeding in the horsepower gently as he goes, ooh, letting a squeal in through the question mark, down towards Clarkson.
He does look like a sales rep, doesn't he, in that thing?
Oh!
Now starting to get a little bit asthmatic out there.
Ooh, manual driving.
Yeah, gone for the selector himself.
Look at the wind blowing that thing around.
And picks up another leg going into the bus
There is
stop.
loads of body roll in that thing. Through the bus stop and out the other side, and across the line goes the Holden. Now the Falcon's off.
I've been with this taxi driver before, no doubt.
Now, there is plenty of travel in that there suspension, but it doesn't look as though it's rolling as much as the Holden.
No, and it points in so much sharper into Clarkson Corner.
Up the hill, the power of the Ford cutting in now. We know it's got the legs in a straight line.
Yeah, that'd be quicker, definitely, up to these last 2 corners.
He's working hard.
Oi!
Looking for the brake lights. Where were the
No.
brake lights?
No brake lights.
The stick's confident or he's mad. 306.
Yeah, definitely less squeal through here.
Yeah, that looks much more able.
Absolutely. It's so much flatter than the Commodore.
OK, bus stop, last part of it. A little bit of a front wheel drift there. Head down and across the line for it. You can see so much from looking at the outside of that lap. And I have the answer. I have the answer. It'll be under that. It'll be under that. Trust me, sunshine. The Commodore, a 1:22.06, and the Ford, a 1:20.41. So, phew, the stick agreed with us.
Charlie, taxi drivers all over Australia will be jumping for joy with that.
They can't hear you over the diff, I'm sorry.
So let me ask you, for round 3, I have to ask the audience, what do you want to see with Holden versus Ford? Do you want to see utes? Ute people. What about station wagons? Station wagon over there.
Can I stop you there? I want to say something in support of these cars. They're very important. They're the bread and butter of Australian motoring. We don't have the motorways of the autobahns of Europe. We don't have the tiny, cramped, nasty little streets of Southeast Asia where our imports come from. These things were built for a purpose and they do their job very, very well indeed. Look, guys, they're endangered species, these cars. If we don't buy them, if we don't support them, we're going to be sentenced to front-wheel drive pieces of poo like the Ford Taurus, and you don't want that, do you? And worse still, if there's no Commodore, if there's no Falcon, there'll be no HSV, there'll be no FPV. They're good cars, buy them! Aussie, 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 buy them!
Charlie.
Oh, you big hump.
Well, that's just about all for the first season of Top Gear Australia. It's been at times fun, frantic, and bloody